Actually, now we understand better why all this while, all these massacres happen in Palestine long before 7th of October 2023 were all ignored. I'm sorry for those who paid attention to Palestinian issue only after October the 7th, but for people around my age, I am almost 50 years old, we were very well conscious about what's happening in Palestine. As for myself, even since my childhood, the earliest memory I had about the tragedy was the massacre of Sabra Shatila in the early 1980s. And the crisis was always there. Palestinians were murdered like a routine. As a student who used to study in Jordan, just few kilometers away from Palestine, across the Dead Sea, it's very difficult for us to think differently about the intention of the Zionists because they are very consistent at doing everything they can, even with the agreement of Oslo Accord. They are still consistent with the settlers and everything to actually eliminate the entire Palestinians. And why I said that now we understand better, because when it reached to the level beyond what we can ever imagine before, was so obvious, nearly 40,000 Palestinians murdered since October the 7th, the world still can offer so many excuses, debates to justify, or at least to delay whatever they want to do, if they actually want to do, to help the Palestinians. And we can also see there are so much cognitive distortion, weird reasoning, fallacy, not at school kids level, but among the highest level of leaders. When we are talking about the Zionists killing Palestinians, the question will be shifted. What about Hamas? Whatever Hamas did or did not do, it is something separated from what the Zionists are doing. They have been doing the same thing long before the existence of Hamas, long before the first Intifada. So now we know, and the world should understand why Palestinian people have no trust at all to the so-called two-state solution. Two-state solution requires two states to exist. And while Biden talks about two-state solution, United States is the country that is always consistent at using their veto power to stop whatever they can in recognizing Palestine and ceasefire. So they are talking about two-state solution, but they refuse to recognize the state of Palestine. So what are the two states you are talking about? Whatever the end is going to look like for the current tragedy that is happening in Palestine, the impact of this 7th of October massacre will stay for a very, very, very long time across so many generations. And the West lost the respect to preach, talk, to teach others about the values of human rights, because 2023 and 2024 are witnessing the biggest hypocrisy in human history.